Sir William Seal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me just begin by congratulating you on your elevation, sir. And
This will not help.
Before I turn to clause 11, all right? Clause 11. Sir, I want to ask the Minister in this seat whether he would take a call and explain to the House the purpose of this bill and what will be the result to the workforce. Because when one reads the regulatory impact statement, it does say there is limited evidence on the size and underlying causes of the problem that this government has identified. And if you go further, sir, in that regulatory report, if you go further and you look at what the proposal to allow an employer to opt out of multi-employer bargaining, it says that the flexibility is for employers, but there is no flexibility for employees. And so I would like for the Minister to please rise and tell the House what is the outcome of this particular bill to the New Zealand workforce. If the economy has grown by 3.5% of last year, why was it that last year 43% of the workforce did not get a wage increase? I'd put to this House, sir, 43% of the workforce didn't get a pay increase because that workforce were not members of the trade union. And now you have this government who have set their sights on those who are members of the union, and particularly those who are in multi-employer collective agreements, and they are determined now, sir, to get rid of their particular rights. And if you look, sir, to the list of those multi-employer agreements that are up for renewal, in this year it is the PSA. In next year it is all the public sector. Sir, in my community, those who work in the public sector, sir, are earning a little bit more income than those in the private sector. Why is this government determined now to start attacking those who are in the middle income earners in the public sector? What is that government intending to do when on the one hand it says it is out there protecting the vulnerable, but on the other hand, sir, it has set its sight to undermine the ability of workers to organise and to negotiate in collective agreements? I want that Minister, sir, to rise on his feet and tell this House what is the outcome of this bill on the workforce that is out there in New Zealand, sir. They are determined, sir, based on what I'm reading on this particular bill in clause 11, to undermine the rights of workers. Why is that? Why is that? What drives them, sir? I would put to this House that they are blindly feeding their greed and the greed of their friends who are behind the scenes telling them that this is the right thing to do. And I'd say to you, sir, and that Minister, this is wrong. This is wrong. It does not support any of the workforce of New Zealand. It does not address the issues that were raised today, earlier by my colleagues, about poverty, about children needing that it's not, you cannot feed children with promises, you cannot feed children with white papers and the promise to do something. But this bill, sir, actually is going to affect and have a direct impact on the livelihood of the workforce. Why is that, sir? I would ask that Minister, who's pretending not to listen to me, to rise on his feet and tell this House, what is the impact? What is the impact? Sir, there is already a declining number of workforce in the trade union movement. But those who are in the trade union movement, sir, are able, through collective bargaining, to achieve a little bit better than those who are not in the trade union movement. We have a situation, sir, that all in this House are aware of. We have the working poor, people who are working long hours in difficult conditions, often on minimum wage, but who can't maintain the bills. They can't pay for a regular rent, sir. And that clause 11, sir, in my view, is designed to even make it, Mr. Chairman. Mr.
Chair.
Jamie Lee Ross.
I move that the question be now put.
Catherine Delahunty.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
May I congratulate you? I don't think either of us ever imagined when we were in the same